I'm RMAC Commissioner Chris Graham. Our 15-member institutions continue to bring you free RMAC Network webcasts. Our goal is to deliver quality video to promote the performances and achievements of our student athletes. The promotion, production, and delivery of these events requires funding. While regular season webcasting remains free, beginning this year, our league shall charge a nominal fee for viewers of our championships and tournaments. Please follow the information below, including Huddle and RMAC Network contacts should you need any assistance in the postseason. Thank you for supporting the RMAC Network.
Welcome inside the Gallogly Event Center here on the campus of the University of Colorado, Colorado Springs, for another RMAC basketball showdown. We're going to start with the women. I'm Jason Carter, joined by Brian Geenan. And Brian, the ladies coming off an incredible game last night.
Absolutely. They started off the conference play with a huge win last night, and they're going to look forward to continuing that streak, but against a much better opponent tonight.
Yeah, Black Hills State coming off a victory yesterday over Regis University, who is ranked 24th in the country. So the Mountain Lion ladies definitely have their hands full this evening as they welcome in the Yellowjackets for the second conference game of the season. Let's take a look at these starting lineups. First, for the visiting Yellowjackets, they are going to go with Kayla Bertram, Gracie Hanneborg, Ellie Moore, Morgan Hammerbeck, and Jalen Osterson. And if a couple of those names sound familiar, they should, because both Hanneborg and Moore spent some time here in a Mountain Lion uniform before transferring up to Spearfish, South Dakota. Meanwhile, for UCCS, they will have the same starting five that they had last night. They'll go with Emily Vidal, Christina Haygood, Riley Ottman, Sydney Nillis, and Mason White. Mason got off to an absolutely scorching hot start yesterday.
Absolutely. Started off that first half with 10 rebounds already and picked up the double-double about midway into the third quarter. It was a great start for the Mountain Lions. Got a lot of sparks off of the offensive boards, but it really came down to the steals and the three-point shooting yesterday for the Mountain Lions.
Yeah, we'll see if the Mountain Lions can do the same today as Black Hills State enters as one of the top defensive teams in the country. They are 7th in all of NCAA Division II in scoring defense. So they do not allow their opponents to score a whole lot of points. Let's see if the Mountain Lions can break that mold today. As Moore in the high post, looking for Hammerback, overthrew it, and it's picked off by Nillis.
Mountain Lions already getting to a good start defensively. I like the physicality they played with on that point right there.
Osterman tried to get it down, but then it's picked off by the Yellowjackets. So 2 possessions and 2 turnovers. Three ball off the rim. Rebound to Hanneborg, who goes right back up. And Gracie, obviously very comfortable inside this gymnasium.
Yeah, big-time bucket there to get her team off to a hot start. Getting the offensive rebound, putting it back in.
And another turnover for UCCS as they've had a hard time here through their first 2 possessions.
Just getting a little early jitters out. Black Hills up too early.
Moore just beyond the free throw line, swings it around. Bergstrom looking for some help. 7 on the shot clock. Long three-pointer put up, and it rattles home for Osterson.
Osterson, a 33.3% three-point shooter. Freshman guard out of Newcastle, Wyoming. Knocks down the early triple.
Down low to Mason. And Ellie Moore knows that play well. She watched the Mountain Lions run it for years, and she was fronting Mason perfectly to result in another turnover. Now Ellie in the lane, short J off the mark, and Riley comes down with the rebound.
Mountain Lions faced a lot of zone looks yesterday as Mason was able to get the ball down low quite a bit. You can see battling now.
Nillis for three, tried to bank it home and missed it. And one going coast to coast for the layup was Bertram.
Bertram, the junior guard, able to knock that one in. First on her team in field goal percentage, just shy of 50% from the field. You see why a tough finish through contact there for the junior guard.
And she completes the three-point play. So Black Hills State off to a very quick start with an early 8-0 lead as Amaya Moore-Allen checks into the lineup. Early substitution for UCCS as Mason gets double teamed and has it stripped.
Good collapse there from Bertram.
Travel there, so a turnover on Black Hills. Black Hills consistently one of the top teams in the RMAC on the ladies' side in particular, as this year appears to be no different. Knocking off preseason favorite Regis just last night. Great take by Ottman, just a little too hard. And tried to get it up quickly to Moore and threw it out of bounds.
Mountain Lions being challenged early yesterday. The three-pointers were falling. They had some open looks inside as well, but certainly a better opponent early tonight.
UCCS still looking for their first couple of points. There's a great lob down low to Mason, and that's one way to do it. Amaya gets it in deep to White.
Maya currently first on the team in assists, upping 2 dimes a game. Nice pass inside there.
And then Nillis jumps in front of her defender, and but then she gives it right back and leads to an easy layup for Bertram.
Bertram 5 points early with that three-point play as well.
Ottman step back three, and it falls. Moore got away from Ottman, can't finish. Gracie Hanneborg looking to push, is slowed down by the Mountain Lions, and then threw it right to Amaya. Allen had 3 of those coast-to-coast layups yesterday. She's got one here early on.
And a big-time bucket. The Mountain Lions were down 8-0 to start off this game. They battled back to cut it to 3.
UCCS got off the snide and did it in a big way as they're on a 7-2 run at the moment, and then an offensive foul called. That's going to go against Hammerbeck. Mass substitutions, 2 for the Mountain Lions, Maya Wilson and Bree Robinson, while 3 players check in for Black Hills. They will be Cornoyer, Groves, and Capley.
Bree Robinson off of a great game last night, shooting the ball from distance.
Had a career-high 19 points, did Bree. Mountain Lions love the spark like that off the bench again today. Trying to get it down to Mason. Maya has it poked away right into the hands of Bree. 5 on the shot clock. Maya's going to have to put up a shot, create, and lost track of time.
Defensive pressure overwhelming from Black Hills State, as you mentioned before the game.
And that brings us to the first media timeout. A quick 5.5 minutes gone here. Black Hills State has a 10-7 lead.
We'll welcome you back in for this Mountain Lion matchup. Meanwhile, Mountain Lions women's soccer team is down 1-0 at half versus Point Loma as the second half is getting underway as the Mountain Lions come up with an early steal.
And that's an NCAA Elite 8 game, so a spot in the Final Four up for grabs for the Mountain Lion women's soccer team, as a foul there on Hanneborg results in another turnover. So the Mountain Lions doing a great job clawing their way back in here. As you saw, Black Hills got off to a very quick start, and the defensive pressure from Black Hills State has been nonstop. Tried to get it to Amaya, and another steal.
5 steals already for the visitors.
Hanneborg, no good, and Mason with the rebound.
Might not be able to grab the, what was it, 10 rebounds in 12 minutes like last night, but off to a great start is Mason White.
Man, I feel like she had 9 before the first media timeout. Like, she was getting boards left and right. Great feed from Amaya Moore down to Mason.
That's the second time those two have made a connection early in this one.
And then Amaya hounding the point guard and forces another turnover. So Amaya, great sequence there with the nice dime to Mason and then causing the turnover. She was up in the grill of the Yellow Jacket guard.
Maddie Busby checking in. Junior guard out of Boswell, Oklahoma, had a big role last night, had a couple of buckets, the big-time three-pointer, and a patented hounding defense from number 10 as well.
Busby at the top of the key gets into the lane and then is instantly double-teamed, and they're going to call a jump ball possession arrow with UCCS. Great take by Amaya, can't finish. Mason there for a rebound and has it stripped away.
Well, maybe there should have been a foul call in there as White came down in the middle of 3 green defenders, but nothing doing.
Ellie Moore turnaround, great job by Busby to keep her hands up. And I think she got a piece of that. Now Wilson behind the back hands it off to Robinson. Busby as the Mountain Lions kind of running a 4-1 offense, 4 guards up top with Mason in the block and a double dribble by Bree.
We talked yesterday about, how many looks Mason White was getting in that zone. Tonight, a little different story, but hopefully that three-point shooting that the Mountain Lions did so well last night is able to continue today.
Yellowjackets, great defense again, and Amaya has been absolutely all over the Yellowjackets, forcing a jump ball there.
Some great pressure there from the junior guard, able to just kind of collapse on the ball. Almost grab her second steal of the evening.
Hannibal got around Amaya. Maya Wilson tried to come over and help, and I think they'll get the foul on Maya. Nope, they're actually going to call it on Amaya. So Moore Allen, her first foul.
Thought Amaya did a great job of keeping her hands up, moving the body, but apparently just a little bit too much contact, perhaps.
That ends a 7-minute and 4-second scoreless drought as Hannah Borg knocks in both free throws. So gave Black Hills State credit for their suffocating defense, but it's the Mountain Lions who have been really good the last 5 minutes. Amaya, step back, three. Oh, nice hometown bounce for the Colorado Springs girl.
Love that move from Amaya. Just to wait patiently, see what the defense does.
Nice take. A little hesitation with the head there for Cournoyer. Mason caught it, brought it down, and Hannah Borg was able to strip it. Moore got away from Busby and then finishes in close. 1 minute to go here in the first. It's been a fast-paced game. Things have been rolling along. Black Hills State with a 4-point lead. As Amaya takes the skip pass, gets into the lane, drops it off to Mason, who drops in two more. And Amaya Moore Allen has two of the better assists of the season here in this first quarter.
3 on the evening already for Amaya. Wonderful passing. She's been the entire offense, basically.
And a travel down low, so UCCS will get almost the last possession. There's 2 seconds difference between the game clock and the shot clock as they substitute in Sydney Nillis, Riley Ottman, and Jessica Nation. Meanwhile, for Black Hills, Haley Weathersby checks in for the first time.
I feel like there's so much to say about this team after a big win yesterday. Thought Jessica Nation had a great game for the Mountain Lions.
Maya tried to go all Steph Curry there on that pass, almost threw it away. Gets it now at the free throw line. And a travel called on Amaya, yep. She got in the middle between 3 Yellowjackets and couldn't keep her feet.
Good pressure once again from the visitors to just kind of collapse.
Long three-pointer at the end of the quarter, no good. So that'll bring the first 10 minutes to an end as Black Hills State has a 2-point lead. We'll take a break. When we come back, more Mountain Lion basketball.
Picking the right college is key. And with one-on-one attention and hands-on experience, UCCS fuels success.
Apply today at uccs.edu.
first possession of quarter number 2 belongs to UCCS as they trail by just 2 points. Busby looking for some help, finds Nation straight away, who gets it over to Amaya. Allen working on Hannibor, kicks it out, Nation for 3, it's good, and UCCS has their first lead of the contest.
Nation, not normally a three-point shooter. Don't believe has knocked one down on the air. Gets that one to fall as Amaya's pressure once again.
Hannibor got away from the defense, tried to feed it down. Weatherby, good job to control it for Black Hills. Step back, Bertram, no good. And Ottman grabs the rebound and is looking to run. Busby, one-on-one isolation, and they're gonna get a foul down low on Cournoyer.
Cournoyer injured last year. Plays about 17 minutes for this Black Hills State squad.
Nillis, good drive, kicks it out. Busby, floater in the lane, just too hard. And a great block there from Nation. It'll stay with Black Hills.
Wonderful defensive movement there from Nation. Switched off of Weathersby, who's on the other block. Came over to help as saw the entry pass was in, able to turn that one away. Well done.
And then they're going to get Jessica for a foul down low as she was trying to work around a couple of screens trailing Weatherby and wasn't able to get around quick enough.
Big smile from the redshirt junior there. I think she knew that was a close one.
Good ball movement from Black Hills. That 3, though, no good. And Nation, great job blocks it out.
Nation only plays about 8.5 minutes a game. Got some big minutes last time, and she's been fantastic early here for the Mountain Lions. Knocking down a 3, rebound, block as well.
And then got around the defense and finishes at the rim. So Nation with 5 points here early on. And then great job by Haygood to jump the passing lane. He's going to look to push, but ran out of numbers. Gets it off to Nillis for 3 off the back rim. And then Sidney poked it away, but Hannibor comes away with the loose ball and lays it in.
Just an unlucky break there as there will be a timeout from the visitors.
Black Hills State head coach Mark Knorr calling a 30-second timeout. But Brian, after that 10-2 start for Black Hills State, the Mountain Lions on a big run here.
Absolutely. They've just been taking advantage of the opportunities that they have. Nation has really, along with Amaya Moore-Allen, really provided a spark for this team early. As they are up 1, you can see some of the stats here as the Mountain Lions lead early in this one.
UCCS shooting 57% from the field and then 3 of 6 from three-point land. So it's nice to see that yesterday's trend of all those three-pointers drop in, it's happening again so far tonight.
Absolutely, and that's going to be huge. We always see Mason White getting kind of those passes lobbed over top of the defense, but when you have three-point shooters sitting at the arc, that makes that pass a lot more easy for their guards.
Mason does lead UCCS with 6 points and 4 rebounds here through the first almost quarter and a half at this point. Gracie Hannibor leads Black Hills State with 6 points, while Bertram has chipped in 5. They actually changed that timeout to a full timeout, so Black Hills State down a full timeout at this point, not a 30-second. That's why they're still hanging out. The official points that it will be UCCS ball. And Black Hills is going to go into a full court press. Ottman looking for some help. Got it tipped away, but Haygood picks up the loose ball. 7 on the shot clock. Christina, nice cut pass to Sydney Nillis. Nice looking play from the Mountain Lions as Sydney read the defense perfectly and took the backdoor cut. And then poked away by Vidal. Nation picks up the loose ball. Mountain Lions just playing solid basketball right now, not trying to do anything too crazy, and right now it's paying off for them big time.
Absolutely. I think we saw yesterday as Ottman gets a foul there and we'll go to the line. I think we saw yesterday the Mountain Lions were quick on the break, quick to make moves, and obviously against a weaker opponent, but tonight they've just been fantastic with the ball. Just a few turnovers, but that's to be expected.
The foul goes on Ellie Moore as Riley Ottman heads to the free throw line and left the first one short. That was the first free throw attempted by the Mountain Lions in the game. Oh, and good passes, jumping the passing lane. Vidal stole it, but then had it stolen back.
It's happened once or twice to the Mountain Lions. Just got to be aware that guards for Black Hills State are lingering.
3 ball, no good. Riley with the nice block out. And now Ottman doesn't have numbers, but gets it over to Haygood. Spin move by Christina onto the RMAC logo, looking to get it down low to Mason. Does. White double teamed to Nillis. Good step through by Sydney. Can't get it to fall. And Emily Vidal pokes it away again, but right into the hands of Hannah Borg, and now Gracie, who went right at Riley Ottman, will get some free throws.
Thought the redshirt freshman Casey Groves got a little bit lucky there, was surrounded by Haygood and Vidal, and got it poked and kind of kneed forward to her teammate.
So Gracie Hannaborg, the former Mountain Lion, knocks down another free throw. She goes 2 of 2, and Gracie is 4 of 4 overall from the line.
See a little bit of a zone look here from the visitors.
And they cause a turnover there. Mountain Lions should be used to the zone. They saw a ton of it yesterday. Bertram kicks it back up top. Groves looking for some help. Over to Bertram. Into the lane, spin move. And they're gonna call Vidal for a foul. Looked like Bertram lost her balance a little bit and kind of leaned into Vidal, but the referee is obviously not agreeing.
Thought the junior kind of pulled the chair and just kind of got unlucky with where the hands were placed.
And a 5-second call. Nice job by the Mountain Lion inbound defense to force the turnover.
I like the switching from head coach Mark Knorr, going from zone to person. It's kind of giving different looks for the defense, switching it up.
Haygood from the corner, maybe a little rushed. Shot was off the mark, and Black Hills transitioning. Nillis got in front of the charging Groves, but committed the foul.
Groves had just hung in there for a second longer. Think might have been able to get a charge, but as the runaway Yellow Jacket was coming in with some pace, but not quite.
Wilson and Allen back in for UCCS as the free throws off the left side. Second one is good, and we're tied at 21. Mountain Lions scoreless for over 2.5 minutes at this point, and that has allowed Black Hills State to get back into this game.
Mountain Lions still the better team statistically so far. But we talked about shooting threes and taking shots in rhythm. It's just been a little bit out the last couple of minutes here.
And a kickball there on Black Hills. Hey, good. Ooh, little strong there. And we're going to get a foul down low on 24, Alicia Capley.
Grad student just holding on to the jersey just a tad, I think, there.
Allen with the crossover floater, too strong.
I like the bump from Amaya Moore Allen, just to get into the body.
And now we're going to get another foul called on Capley as they get her for the illegal pick. Olivia Potts checking in for Black Hills.
Potts, not a whole lot of minutes on the season for the sophomore guard.
Ottman, great take by Riley. She re-gives UCCS the lead. Moore cut into the lane. She's going to get called for a travel.
I think there's a habit of players sometimes when they're helping off a defender to kind of reach in and slash away. I thought Amaya Moore Allen did a great job of just kind of standing, making herself as big as possible, and just making it uncomfortable for the Yellow Jacket.
Again, Black Hills going full court press, but the Mountain Lions get it inbounds. Allen over to Wilson, and Maya, what a great take by her, drops in two. Yellow Jackets trying to get up quick. Bertram will slow it down though as she's picked up by Maya. Now Riley guarding Hanneborg. Hanneborg is stripped, and she's going to get called for a travel.
Thought that could have gone either way with a travel or an out of bounds or a steal, and we will see one of those there. Once again, Black Hills State coming with pressure, full court.
Lobbed it up. Riley's able to run it down. Has Mason down low, and Mason finishes off the fast break.
Early pass there from Ottman to get it into Mason Wett. I think that really worked out to the juniors' favor.
UCCS now with their largest lead of the contest, up by 6 with 2:17 to go here in the first half.
Switch there. Moore gets onto the smaller Haygood.
And lobbed it down to Ellie, and She came down with it, and Christina tried to go up with her, and she's going to get called for the foul. Bree Robinson back in as Moore gets ready to shoot 2 free throws as that last foul put UCCS over the limit. Moore goes 1 of 2 and then is subbed out.
In the Mountain Lions women's soccer national quarterfinal, just about 22 minutes and some change for the Mountain Lions, still down 1 to Point Loma, but they've had a lot of opportunities.
And Wilson missed an opportunity there, tried to get it down low to Mason and just overshot her. Yeah, the Mountain Lions beat Point Loma here in Colorado Springs earlier this year, so a rematch in the national quarterfinals for a spot in the Final Four. Amaya goes flying by, and then a kick out to Hanneborg, air ball, but lands right in the hands of Bertram.
Bertram's been fantastic, I think, for the Yellowjackets, just kind of in the right spot there. Good spot where that rebound might come back.
Amaya skip past Bree, lets off a 3, left it short. Mason the rebound, 1. Mason White working hard down low.
Wonderful offensive rebound there as Robinson's 3-point attempt goes just a little bit long. That was not the case last night. Bree Robinson pouring it in. Tonight, not able to, but Mason White cleans it up.
And can't get the free throw to fall. So Mason already with 10 points and 5 rebounds. Having another very typical Mason White night. Bree pokes it away, comes up with the steal, trying to go all the way. Good layup by Bree Robinson.
Thought Cornoyer kind of left the body in there a little bit. Thought there might have been a foul call, but nothing doing. Robinson takes the 2.
And then poked away again. Bree's going to try and run down another one, and a little too hasty that time, and Bree will pick up a foul. So now Bertram will get a couple of free throws.
Unlucky break there as a second deflection in a row for Robinson. Just kind of overcommitted there. Bertram, well done to stay in the way.
Bertram knocks down both free throws, and she leads the Yellowjackets now with 9 points. Wilson, great feed down low to Mason for a finish. Maya to Mason, Wilson to White.
Wonderful assist there from Maya Wilson. Just getting into the lane as she did earlier a few minutes ago. Just able to dump it off. And the finish from White.
23 seconds to go. Amaya again with some suffocating defense. Oh, and a ticky-tack foul up top called on Amaya Moore-Allen.
Bertram kind of got bailed out there as the shot clock gets turned off. It was running down. The crowd was ready for it, and the bump earns Bertram some free throws.
So they gave that foul to Bree Robinson. Oh, no, they just switched it over to Amaya. Free throw off the mark. That's one of those ball don't lie situations as Bertram clanks that one off the back rim. Largest lead of the game for UCCS currently, up by 7. And make it 6 as that one rolls home, and Ottman will check in for the final 20 seconds and send Amaya to the bench with her 2 fouls, keep her out of foul trouble for the start of the second half.
Visitors 9 of 12 from the free throw line. The Mountain Lions 0 of 3. Not a whole lot of fouls called Mountain Lions' way.
Good job by the Mountain Lions to eventually get it over midcourt. Bree has it with 6 on the clock. Ottman will have to put up a shot into the lane. Runner, no good. So that'll do it for the first half as the UCCS women started off very slow but find themselves up by 6 as they made a monster comeback throughout the course of the first 20 minutes of the game.
Absolutely. Mason White going 6 of 6 from the field, able to pour in 12 points, 5 rebounds. Maya Moore-Allen with 4 assists and a pair of steals on the afternoon as we take a look at some of the first half highlights.
Yeah, Mountain Lions as a team shot 55.6%. There is one of Mason's layups there. And then Maya Moore-Allen, we saw that a lot yesterday, and good to see it again. Steal coast-to-coast layup as UCCS did just about everything. I mean, that pass from Amaya to Mason was absolutely money. And then she drills a 3-ball here as, again, the Mountain Lions holding Black Hills State to 42% shooting, just 1 of 7 from three-point land in that first half as they hold a 6-point lead. All right, we're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we will have an interview with UCCS men's head coach Jeff Culver as his guys get ready to take on the Yellowjackets right after this game. Don't go anywhere. Mountain Lion women up by 6.
My name is Al Wilson. I'm the main stage event coordinator for the Office of Student Activities, which is the department that brought you Roar Days. OSA handles everything from X to Z when it comes to the planning of Roar Days. We do the budgeting, the event coordinating, the execution, as well as partnering with other departments to really bring a successful week of events to campus. The whole point of Roar Days is to bring a week of events that kind of bring students together on campus when they're not in class. The weather's starting to warm up, and we really want to try to reach as many students as possible. We do different events that hit different demographics. The driving kind of focused towards commuters, the black light might be towards residential students. And we just try to reach all the students and bring them together. It's been incredible to go to school here the past few years and really get to be part of that community and see whether it's athletic events or a homecoming dance. Students always come out and they're always excited to be there, and it's a really great experience.
The majestic mountain lion, one of nature's most powerful predators. Primarily indigenous to the Americas, this big cat is known to make its home just about anywhere. Although most consider them to be solitary in nature, these big cats actually show advanced social intelligence. This cat is known to be territorial, and as such will fiercely defend its territory from other big cats, employing a blend of power and stealth. Except during courtship. UCCS, find your inner mountain lion.
Picking the right college is key. And with one-on-one attention and hands-on experience, UCCS fuels success.
Apply today at uccs.edu.
The majestic mountain lion, the perfect combination of size and deadly agility. This big cat is capable of speeds of 40 to 50 miles per hour, when properly motivated. UCCS, find your inner mountain lion.
My name is Al Wilson. I'm the main stage event coordinator for the Office of Student Activities, which is the department that brought you Aurora Days. OSA handles everything from X to Z when it comes to the planning of Aurora Days. We do the budgeting, the event coordinating, the execution, as well as partnering with other departments to really bring a successful week of events to campus. The whole point of Aurora Days is to bring a week of events that kind of bring students together on campus when they're not in class. The weather's starting to warm up, and we really want to try to reach as many students as possible. We do different events that hit different demographics. The driving kind of focused towards commuters, the black light might be towards residential students, and we just try to reach all the students and bring them together. It's been incredible to go to school here the past few years and really get to be part of that community and see whether it's athletic events or a homecoming dance. Students always come out and they're always excited to be there, and it's a really great experience.
UCCS gives me the freedom I need. With flexible courses and an inspiring campus, UCCS fuels success.
Apply today at uccs.edu.
Welcome back inside the Gallogly Event Center. Halftime here of the UCCS women's game. The Mountain Lion ladies with a 33-27 lead over Black Hills State. I'm joined now by Mountain Lion men's head coach Jeff Culver. And Jeff, I hate to bring up a sore spot potentially, but last night's game really was a great game. Your guys fell just a little bit short, though.
Yeah, another close one in Gallogly for us. We had a exhibition come down the wire in the Colorado Mines game as well, so tough to lose a game like that. We got, you can look back at so many different little things. Really stares at us from the box scores at 11 for 21. Free throws. Not going to win a lot of games like that. Especially against a good team. So South Dakota Mines, credit to them. They played really well-coached team.
Looking ahead to tonight, Black Hills State obviously has been the cream of the crop the last couple of years, a much different looking team this year. What do you see from them that your team's got to stop to hopefully come out with a win?
Yeah, they're figuring themselves out, and they got some injuries as well. Jayden Hackley, really good point guard for them that's been out, local kid. So they miss him. Obviously losing Joel Scott, to CSU is a big transition for them. They lost 3-4 other starters as well. So they're in the process of figuring it out. They're hungry, just like we are. So it's going to be one of those attrition games here. Day two, both of us coming off tough losses. Should be a good matchup.
Unfortunately, Will Becker went down with an injury yesterday. How's Will doing today, and kind of what's his storyline?
Sort of day-to-day. Won't see action tonight.
Okay.
And then we'll be reevaluating, every day, and scheduled to see the doctor on Monday, and we'll play it by ear.
Was it his shoulder? Is that
Shoulder,
ultimately what it was?
Yeah, he's been battling that all season,
Okay.
and it doesn't take much, and just couldn't get it popped in for a while. So, it's a lot of pain that he's been going through on that. We've been trying to manage it, but last night sort of hit ahead, and I feel for the kid. He's such a competitor, and over the last few years, just hasn't been able to stay healthy, and so, this year is the first time we've had to deal with the shoulder for him. So I really feel for him. He wants to be out there, and sometimes the body will tell you another thing, though.
And so I'm assuming Jesse's going to take his space, his place. What do you hope to see from Jesse to hopefully fill that role for Will?
Yeah, Jesse's going to take his spot, and we love Jesse. He's got great upside. He's still getting folded in. I think the main thing with Jesse is we just want to see more consistency out of him. There's times where he's borderline unguardable around the rim, and then there's some times where he disappears a little bit, so trying to get that consistency. He's still figuring out a new system, and for him, and figuring out what his role is and where we want him on the floor in certain situations. But he's doing a great job. We love him. He's competing at a high level, and we expect that he'll take advantage of this opportunity.
Well, good luck tonight against Black Hills State. The UCCS men will tip off as soon as this women's game is over, which is currently at halftime. The Mountain Lion ladies with a lead. UCCS men's head coach Jeff Culver. Appreciate it, Jeff.
Thank you.
Back inside the Gallogly Event Center, 10 seconds to go here in halftime. The UCCS women will look to hold on to this 6-point lead that they built through the first 20 minutes of this game. And Brian, do you have an update on the UCCS women's soccer game?
Just sub 4 minutes now. Point Loma still leads the way 1-0 as the Mountain Lions will look for any kind of moment of genius here as it comes down to the final couple of minutes.
Again, that's for a spot in the Final Four. So UCCS, you want to win all the games, but that one would be absolutely huge for the program to get to their second ever Final Four. As Black Hills' first possession, Hanneborg has that blocked by Mason. That one's tipped. Nillis runs it down, though. The Black Hills defense, man, can be suffocating. They play really nice team defense. They'll double, triple team you in a hurry, as Vidal found out there and had it tipped away, and another steal.
But the Mountain Lions did a great job in the first half, shot 55% from the field.
And then down low, Moore off the mark. Ottman fell down, lost the ball, and Black Hills is headed the other direction. Hanneborg missed the layup, and Mason another rebound. She has Vidal up quick. Emily got the defender to fly by, finish the layup. Wasn't quite sure there for half a second, but it fell in.
Well done for Mason White, 7 rebounds. Got the ball away. Thought maybe there was a little contact, but deemed insignificant enough. Got the breakaway pass.
UCCS with their largest lead of the game, currently at 8 points. And another, nope, it's going to stay with Black Hills.
Good rotation there from Sydney Nillis. Just couldn't quite get there quick enough, but able to deflect it out of bounds.
Good defense from Nillis as she forced the wild shot from Hammerberg. And Vidal will get some free throws.
Haygood did a great job there of drawing in the 2 defenders and kind of keeping her body out a little bit while keeping the ball forward. Grabs 2 free throws for herself.
Haygood is nothing but net on the first. And 2 of 2 from the free throw line. Those are the first made free throws of the game for UCCS.
10 points from Black Hills State in the first half as Vidal will get called for the foul. 10 points, as I was saying, for the visitors in the first half off of free throws. So a big source of profit for the visitors.
And they threw it right to Vidal was standing in front of the player, and they're going to get a foul on Mason White. You see head coach Misty Wilson in the back like, they threw it right to my player. How is that a foul? Was, I think, her question. Regardless, the call has been made. Mason, just her first foul of the game. As Mountain Lions with the first double-digit lead of the contest, and an offensive foul as Vidal stepped in front of the Yellowjacket and picks up the charge.
Drew 2 charges yesterday, did Vidal. Wonderful work there from the junior. And the Mountain Lions women's soccer team falls 1-0 to Point Loma. Point Loma will move on in the NCAA Division II tournament. A wonderful, wonderful season for the Colorado Springs Mountain Lions. Just unable to grab a goal there, but what a magical season, magical run for the Mountain Lion women's soccer team.
Yeah, regional champions, Coach J.B. Belzer and his staff named South Central Region Coaching Staff of the Year. And another deep run for the UCCS women's soccer team unfortunately comes to an end in the Elite Eight.
Some special moments from that team. Number of goals that will certainly be remembered for a long time in that program, especially for young players of that team, knowing what the standard's like.
Oh, Nillis tried to come away with a steal and just missed it. Shot is off the mark. Rebound is loose. And they're going to say that Haygood was out of bounds when she was touching the ball. The UCCS women's basketball team obviously hoping to get to the same level that the women's soccer team has reached and been able to keep years worth of success going as they've won many RMAC regular season tournament championships. They're in the NCAA tournament almost every year. As a turnover here for Black Hills State. And this Mountain Lion women's basketball program, that was them 5, 6, 7 years ago. They were at the top of the RMAC, making NCAA tournaments, winning all sorts of honors and awards, and looking to get back to that height.
Misty Wilson, the first-year head coach, a lot of success in her previous role with Tarleton State.
Great feed down low. Mason was able to hold on to it and got a foul down low on the Yellowjackets. Yeah. Wilson spent her entire coaching career at Tarleton. Was a player there, first an assistant, and then the head coach, and helped Tarleton transition to the Division I level and decided that she liked the Division II game better and came up to UCCS when the position became available. Amaya Moore Allen, the drive, big home. And that ends a 3-minute scoring drought almost for both teams, and the Mountain Lions now up by 12.
Amaya 7 points, 3 of 5 from the field with a free throw and 4 assists as well to the junior's name.
Riley Ottman's going to get called for a foul down low as she was battling Bertram real hard, and they're going to say Riley just a little bit too aggressive, so her second personal. Both teams with 3 team fouls here in the third. Quick into the corner, shot no good. Offensive rebound, and they're going to say Amaya got too much of the wrist there as she went to go for the steal.
Maya would have had her probably third steal. I thought she had another one somewhere in there, but as the Yellowjackets sneaked that one into the corner.
Three ball, no good, and a long rebound to Bertram. So the Yellowjackets with a couple of offensive rebounds tried to work it in, but Nillis read that perfectly. Quickly up to Mason, spin move. Mason White can't finish. Ottman gets the rebound and he'll take the foul.
Perfect timing on the spin move in transition. Just can't quite get it to fall. But Ottman there to grab the ball, draw the foul. Mount Lions retain possession.
Robinson and Wilson back in for UCCS. As they get it to Mason on the block, instantly double teamed, goes baseline, forces up a shot. Just too contested, I think, that time for Mason.
Fair amount of contact there from the Yellowjackets. Deemed insignificant and just puts off White enough.
That shot off the mark. And Maya comes down with it. She's looking to push. The freshman will pull it back out, get it up to Busby. Maddie looking for some help, drops it off to Ottman.
Mount Lions with a 12-point lead here.
Great feed down low to Mason. She drops in 2 more.
Mason White was perfect from the field, 6 from 6, and the first half gets a big-time bucket there.
And Black Hills State calls a timeout. First coach is called timeout, turns into a media timeout. They're not going to, turns into a media timeout, so we'll take a break as well. Mountain Lions with a huge 14-point lead. So coming out of that full timeout, Black Hills will have the ball right next to their bench. Groves will toss it in for the Yellowjackets.
One thing I want to point out from the stat sheet, 28 points in the paint for the Mountain Lions. As Black Hills State able to sneak one in by Hanneborg. The Mountain Lions 10 assists to just 1 for the Yellowjackets.
Robinson with a long-range J. Bree now has 4 points. Oh, great job by Maya, but she tipped it back out to the Yellowjacket player. And we're going to get an and one opportunity for Cournoyer. Busby's going to get credit for the foul there, and that brings us to the official media timeout. 4:37 to go. Mountain Lions still holding on to a 12-point lead. .33-31 is the score with 4:37 to go in quarter number 3. The Mountain Lions have held Black Hills to just 4 points here in the third quarter.
Yeah, they've been fantastic on the defensive end, jumping passing lanes, getting front on the post, keeping this strong Black Hills State squad, as you mentioned, Jason, to just 4 points.
Free throw is up and good, so 3-point play completed there for Cournoyer.
Yellowjackets back into that zone just to cause a little bit of chaos. Mountain Lions need to get someone in the center here.
They got it to Mason at the high post. Kick out to Ottman for 3. Nothing but nylon for Riley Ottman.
Second 3 of the night for Ottman, able to get that one down as White turns and finds number 20 for the triple.
And again, largest lead of the game, and a charge called on the Yellowjackets as Maya Wilson. Great defense to step in front of the charging Groves.
Groves just a little bit too much on the forearm there, trying to keep away the Mountain Lion defender, but wonderfully done. Just sticking with it.
And that's 5 team fouls for the Yellowjackets, but an offensive foul does not result in free throws. So the next one will, as both teams will be shooting from the charity stripe for the last 3:47. Skip pass, Maya. Haygood gets it out to Robinson. Bree into the lane. And an offensive foul is going to be called on Bree Robinson.
A three-pointer from Ottman, a big-time 3 in a big-time moment. The Mountain Lions sitting at 40% from downtown, where the visitors are just sitting at 11%. Austinson got one to fall in the first half.
Hanneborg's going to try and add another. She missed it, and Maya comes down with the rebound.
Yellowjacket squad, the third best in the RMAC for three-point percentage. I don't want to announce or jinx like I did probably 2 or 3 times last night, but nothing yet.
3 ball there. Air ball ends up in the hands of Ottman, and Riley will get a couple of free throws.
And you can see the big smile there. I think she maybe knew the contact wasn't too much, but either way, gets the great offensive rebound from the nation missed triple. Mason White on a triple-double watch out for the moment, but 14 points, 7 of 9 shooting, with 9 rebounds, looking for her second double-double this weekend.
As Riley goes 2 of 2 and 16 points is now the largest lead of the game. Ottman's also in double figures now. That gives her 10 points. Good job by Bree, jumped in front. No call this time by the officials as Nation comes down with the rebound. Mountain Lions with numbers, but recovering quickly for the Yellowjackets. Wilson, spin move, step through, shot up, and Mile head to the free throw line.
Just stuck with it. Great patience there from the freshman. Waited in the lane, able to rip through and step past and grab a couple of free throws here in the second half.
Maya's free throw is off the mark. Second one off the back rim as well. So an 0 for 2 trip for Maya Wilson as the Mountain Lions still up by 16, approaching 2 minutes to go in the third quarter.
A dangerous spot here for the Mountain Lions.
Oh, good slip there as Ellie Moore flipped the screen and was wide open.
Yellowjackets not a super high assist team. They rank dead last in the RMAC in terms of assists per game. Cornoyer, nice find there, but Mountain Lions certainly have the advantage in that category.
Wilson, kick out, Robinson, 3. Ooh, hit the front rim, back rim, and popped out, unfortunately. Moore, fade away, soft touch from Moore.
Tough bucket there, turning, flipping it up on kind of that jump hook. Able to get it to fall.
And we're going to get a timeout called by UCCS. It'll be a 30-second timeout as the Mountain Lions will get the ball just next to their bench as we take a look at some stats throughout the course up to this point of the game with under a minute to go in the third quarter. There we are. I mean, that field goal percentage, if you're a Mountain Lion fan, that's a great differentiator here and why they're up big.
Absolutely, and last night the threes were falling. They're still falling tonight, certainly more so than the opponent. But you want to see that field goal percentage high, 20 of 37 from the field. And they are not assists up on the board, but Mountain Lions with 11-2 advantage in that category. And that just feels like what might be the difference here.
Again, this is a very good Black Hills State team. They just beat Regis yesterday. The Rangers ranked 24th in the country and beat UCCS earlier this year already. So this is a very, very solid game for the Mountain Lions and should give them a lot of confidence should this result hold.
Black Hills State has won 9 of the last 10 meetings between these two squads. Current 6-game losing streak for the Mountain Lions.
Ottman with 3 on the shot clock, can't get it to fall.
The series split 11 wins to 11 wins for either program, so this would be a tiebreaker.
Good hands from Weatherby down low as he was able to catch it and then create some space.
Ethersby, the junior forward out of Glendale, pours in about 5 points a game on 16.5 minutes. A nice bucket there as Haygood was lurking.
So lead still at double digits, 4 seconds left, and Haygood tossed up an air ball, maybe a little bit too early. So Mountain Lions will have to defend for at least a little bit here before the end of the third quarter. 0.8 to go. And that's going to do it right there, as the easy inbound will bring us to the end. We are 3/4 of the way through this one. UCCS in that quarter increases their lead as they still hold on by double digits, up by 10. We'll be back in just a minute. You're watching Mountain Lion Basketball. First possession will belong to UCCS just at midcourt, as Black Hills looks like they may be employing a full court press the rest of the way, as they have a 10-point deficit they need to make up in 10 minutes.
Game of runs, Jason, and I think it's important for the Mountain Lions to start off with a bucket or two here early and some good defensive pressure. They'll go to their main weapon.
Kicked it out to Allen for 3, no good. UCCS now scoreless for over 3 minutes, as their lead has shrunk a little bit, and Mason White with the block there on Weatherby.
Mountain Lions up to 4 blocks on the night between Nation and White. And Maddie Busby had one as well in that first half.
Oh, overpass. And it'll be run down in the corner by the Yellowjackets. Bertram from just inside the arc. No good. Push off on Weatherby. Yep. Mason had position, and Weatherby came in and gave her a little shove in the back, and just the first foul on her.
Junior's been fantastic for the Yellowjackets, however. A couple of rebounds, a couple of points. Just a little bit too much contact there.
Nillis gets it to Allen. Allen, floater, tough shot, fighting for the rebound, and jump ball will go to Black Hills.
Some great penetration there from the Mountain Lions, but once again, can't quite get the bucket to fall, as we have yet to see a score, but both teams looking for that first point in this final quarter of play.
Amaya deep in the backcourt, trying to poke away the ball and couldn't quite do it. Now she's switched off onto the bigger Weatherby, but doing a great job fronting the post. Kick out for Black Hills. 3-ball, no. Rebound to Weatherby, missed it short. And Nillis got her hand tied in there, and then it's another jump ball, so it'll go back to UCCS.
Gotta admit, I think a little lucky Nillis was able to get the jump ball there, as Weathersby had a rebound and almost another with the bucket there.
Mason in the key, spin move right into Moore, got away from her though, created enough space for 2 more points.
That's an absolutely crucial bucket, up to 16 points for Mason White, 8 of 10 from the field, and the 10 rebounds. So an official double-double.
And Ottman looking for a push-off there on Bertram as she made the drive, but not going to get the call. And for Riley, that is her 3rd personal.
I think Riley saw what we saw, a little bit of a chicken wing there as Bertram was driving hard to the bucket. Either way, it'll be 2 free throws for the junior.
Bertram misses the free throw. And I think she hairballed that one, yep.
Now, if you're Misty Wilson, I think you got to be so pleased to see, at least so far with how your team's been playing last night, able to pour it in from beyond the arc. Today, they've been fantastic, pouring in 30 points in the paint.
Millis lost it, was able to pick it up, and yeah, they're going to get Moore, who came over the back there of Sydney Nillis.
Mount Lion's a little trouble with this pressure. Nillis well done to get on the ground and cover up that ball. But as you mentioned, there'll be a lot of pressure for the rest of this game, if you had to ask me.
12-point lead for UCCS as Ottman gets it over midcourt, just ahead of the 10-second counter. Allen drives past her defender, bump, glass, no good, rebound. Mason tried to go up with it. Mason White will have some free throws. Mason White's trying to work her way into an RMAC Player of the Year, Player of the Week honor. Double-double yesterday with 11 points and a season-high 14 rebounds, and today 16 points and 11 rebounds. So doing everything she can to help the Mountain Lions as she drops in point number 17.
As I mentioned, an incredibly efficient night so far. The junior forward, 8 of 10 from the field.
Second free throw, no good.
Mason, top 10 in the RMAC for field goal percentage.
And a drive all the way to the rim by Cournoyer. Ottman stayed out of the double team. She saw Moore coming, looking for that double team, and was smart enough to kind of pull it back just for a minute. Nillis picked up her dribble way far. And now Mason gets it over to Amaya. Allen, 15-footer off the front rim.
Mountain Lions' first few possessions.
They got it down to Weatherby. And they're going to say that Vidal attempted a flop there, so no foul calls, and UCCS's lead is down to single digits for the first time in a while. And lazy on that pass results in a turnover. The pressure from Black Hills, man, has absolutely ramped up. Cournoyer spun all sorts of crazy directions. No travel called, and Ellie Moore drops in 2, and the lead's down to 7. And that'll force UCCS head coach Misty Wilson to call a timeout because she needs to stop this Black Hills State run. And I think So UCCS has gone a little cold from the field. They're one of their last 9 as their lead has dwindled, and Black Hills is on a 6-0 run as they've cut the deficit to single digits.
2 minutes since the last field goal for the Mountain Lions, back at 8:14. Gonna need to start putting the ball in the hole here.
Remember, UCCS led by as many as 16 as they get it down to Mason, and she'll have some free throws.
Up to 17 points for Mason White. Has had a couple of free throws tonight, just 1 of 3 so far. So some big time shots here for the junior.
Mountain Lions are going to have to hit their free throws down the stretch if they want to hold on to this game, because Black Hills 4 team fouls. So UCCS should get quite a few free throw opportunities the rest of the way, as Mason missed both there.
5 of 12 from the charity stripe. Certainly not a sure thing this evening.
Mason doing a good job down low as Black Hills is looking to feed it into Weatherby, and White's not letting them. And a 3-second call on Black Hills.
Ellie Moore up to 4 fouls, so she will continue to remain on the bench as Haley Weatherby getting some big-time minutes here for the visitors.
And Amaya rocked into a double team and then threw it away. Cornoyer triple, no good, but Bertram with the position, and now Bertram will shoot free throws.
About 70% from the charity stripe for the opposing side. They have poured in 11 points, which has come up big here. It's Mountain Lions with that 7-point lead and some free throws.
Bertram, that's her team high 11th point. And make it 12. So it's a 2-possession game now, just 5-point lead for UCCS.
Mountain Lions remain with the same lineup for the past couple of minutes here as we enter the sub-5 minute mark. Mountain Lions able to get Weatherby away from Mason White.
Vidal from the corner, no good.
Veteran move there is Alessia Capley just kind of tangling the arm a little bit with the Mountain Lion defender, Maya Wilson. Little fouls like that add up.
For Wilson, her second, and Weatherby. Looked like Weatherby just tripped over her own feet, but they're going to give Maya a personal foul. That's now 3 on her. 4th team foul for UCCS. So now the next foul for both teams will result in free throws as there's 4:32 to go in this game. And a cutting Bertram cuts the lead to 3.
Thought maybe that Weatherby and Wilson's legs just got tangled like a wide receiver and a defensive back, but enough there for a foul call. Gives Black Hills State possession once again.
And Altman just kind of dribbled the ball out of bounds. And so Bree Robinson will replace Riley. And Haig Good will also come in. She will substitute for Vidal.
Mountain Lions need a spark off the bench here as we enter 4 minutes. Now just down to a 3-point lead, 51-48.
UCCS still hasn't scored in over 3.5 minutes. Robinson forced to lose ball, and Allen comes away with the steal. And more bodies hitting the ground. And they're going to get a foul called on Amaya Moore Allen. It looked like Weatherby rolled over, which should have been a charge, or a travel, excuse me.
Yeah, I thought the junior was able to grab the ball. Well done to get it, but caught it, kind of rolled, and then passed it away.
Cournoyer has gone back to the trainer section for Black Hills State. She spent some time on the ground after that last play. She was limping a little bit, so we'll see, keep an eye on her, see if she comes back in. As Bertram missed the first free throw, second one is good. So now just a layup separates, as the official closest to the scores table blew his whistle, and now he's talking to the scores table. Not quite sure what about, but he gave the thumbs up, so we should get back into action. Wilson running the point, gets around Weathersby all the way to the rim. Can't get it to fall.
Needed that one there, Jason. That one just rolled off the rim from Wilson.
And that is a mismatch. I have a feeling Wilson can get around Weathersby at will, and UCCS tried to take advantage, as now Weathersby is all alone as Wilson hits the deck. 3-ball, and Black Hills has the lead.
Just the second three-pointer on the night, but a big-time shot there as Black Hills State gets their first lead in quite some time.
UCCS is scoreless now for the last 5 minutes. Yeah, their last lead was 16-14 at the end of the first quarter. So 4.5 minutes, the Mountain Lions have not scored, and they actually changed that to a 2, so it's tied at 51 all. I thought it was a 3-ball originally. That's also what they put up on the scoreboard, but they've changed it to a 2-pointer. So we are tied at 51 as Mason White is having some issues from the free throw line.
That's going to be a point of emphasis. The Mountain Lions also did not shoot great from the free throw line last night.
She gets that one to fall.
Misty Wilson electing to keep Amaya Moore Allen. Has had a great night so far, in with 4 fouls.
And there is the lead for Black Hills State.
Haygood came around on the transition and helped out. Dribbles into a corner now and gets the timeout call.
UCCS bench called that timeout, and it's going to be a 30-second from Misty Wilson. So 2:34 to go. Black Hills State has their first lead, like I said, since it was 16-14 at the end of the first quarter. And this fourth quarter has not been kind to the Mountain Lions, as they have been outscored 15-4 by Black Hills State.
Yeah, scored a couple of buckets early in the quarter, but since that time struggled, especially in the paint. You saw a couple of shots just kind of rim their way out. And then, of course, the free throws, a backbreaker, as the opposing team has put in most of theirs.
Black Hills State is on a 21-5 run over the last 10 minutes of game time. I mean, that's wiping out your 16-point lead, literally. Every single one of them gone.
Absolutely. They've just done well on defense, continued to keep pressure.
Good job by Mason. She read that perfectly and then is able to lay it up and in. Black Hills State had the defense in position, but couldn't stay on their feet, and Mason made them pay.
Up to 20 points now for the junior.
And an offensive foul called on Black Hills as Maya Wilson picks up the charge on Capley. And for Capley, that's her third.
Impressed with Wilson's ability to stick in there. She's picked up 2 fouls here in the fourth quarter, late into the game, but continuing to battle. Well done from the freshman.
And Ellie Moore is back in for Black Hills. As they're going full court press, Mountain Lions, Maya lost it out of bounds. Tried to move ahead an extra step too far and didn't control the pass.
Mountain Lions got to dig in here. A full shot clock, 2 and some change left. Leading 54-53.
And an illegal screen set on by Capley, and that is her fourth. And so UCCS defense continuing to just hold on to dear life.
For me, the switch up was taking out of number 44, Haley Weathersby. She's been fantastic for the visitors. I'm surprised she's out of this game right now.
Let's see if the Mountain Lions go after Ellie Moore, who's got those 4 personals. Allen, drive, shot, no good, rebound, and it's going to go out of bounds off of the Yellowjackets.
Great pressure there from Mason White, battling for her 12th rebound. Couldn't quite get it, but able to put some pressure on the Yellowjackets and get the call.
Down low to Mason, kicked it out. Ottman, 3 ball. Oh, just left it short.
That would have been a big-time shot.
Oh, and Maya Moore Allen with the quick hands, causing the turnover, and then a foul in the backcourt by Bertram.
Bertram's played 31 minutes in this game. She's been great, but a little bit too much there. Puts the Mountain Lions on the free throw line in the form of Riley Ottman.
Wilson back in for Nillis as Riley will have a couple of free throws. Riley slips the first one home. Again, free throw is going to be huge. Both teams are shooting them the last minute, 22 seconds. As Riley, money, 2 of 2.
That's a welcome sight for this Mountain Lion bench, as they have not done very well. We'll get a timeout here.
And Black Hills State calls the timeout. It came from the bench, and it'll be a 30-second, so we'll stay right here and set the scene for you. 1 minute, 17 seconds to go. UCCS up by 3. And they need to slow down Bertram, who has been an absolute pain for them all evening.
Absolutely. A big reason why this visiting squad has come back from down 16, as you mentioned, is the junior guard from South Dakota, pouring in 17 points, 5 of 10 from the field, 7 of 11 from the charity stripe, 7 steals and 7 rebounds. Just a fantastic stat line from the visitor. Mountain Lions need to be careful down the stretch.
As a team, Black Hills is 6 of their last 7 from the field, but just 1 of 13 from three-point land. So they have been working the ball inside the paint and have been very successful at doing so.
And it wasn't the entire game either. It's just been these last 2 quarters, especially this fourth.
Kick pass into the middle, into the corner. 3-ball, no good. Bertram on the weak side for the rebound. Another possession as we go under a minute to go in the game. Hannibal gets the screen from Weatherby. Down low, Ottman tried to slow her down, did just enough. Shot is missed. Maya's got the rebound, and now Maya Wilson will get some free throws.
Weathersby did well to get into the body of Riley Ottman, turn, and just couldn't quite finish, a little bit off balance. Had to throw one up, and a huge, huge rebound from Maya Wilson, and she will get some shots for her efforts.
The foul was called on Hammerbeck, her third, and the freshman Wilson with an opportunity to pad this lead. Off the back rim. UCCS just 8 of 18 from the free throw line. Second one rolls in. 45 seconds to go. Both teams with one timeout remaining. Both teams also in the double bonus. That backdoor cut for Black Hills works out perfectly as Bertram drops in 2 more.
Bertram's up to 19 points, 6 of 11 from the field, and that was probably the biggest bucket of the game thus far.
UCCS calls their final timeout of the game because they want the ball over midcourt. So they're going to take it right next to their bench. And no, they're going to take it on the other side, sorry. And it's a full timeout, so we'll take a break as well. We'll be back in a minute with the conclusion of this game. .7 seconds to go. UCCS with the lead and possession. Bree Robinson will take it out for the Mountain Lions. Got to get it in. No timeout. She does to Maya. Wilson gets it back to Bree. There's about 4 seconds difference between the game clock and the shot clock. Maya has some cutters, gets it to Amaya at the top. Got it over to Robinson, and then a foul out top by Hannaborg.
You could see head coach Mark Knorr for the visitors screaming, let's get a foul on a player of his choosing, but gets to Bree Robinson, who will have all the pressure here.
That's 4 on Gracie as Bree knocks in the first free throw. Robinson is 75% free throw shooter, coming off a career night high 19 points last night. Goes 2 of 2 from the line, and it's once again a 4-point game. And now Black Hills takes their, final timeout of the game. They'll get the ball over midcourt as well. UCCS, though, holding tight. They had that big lead, let things slip away, but they've been clutch when they've needed.
Absolutely. The run of each team, it just goes back and forth, and Black Hills State, obviously, with that huge run. You mentioned 21-5 run, I believe it was. As you take a look at how much time we have left, as Mountain Lions are up 4 in the fourth.
Mountain Lions looking for their first victory over Black Hills State in over 3 years. The Yellowjackets have won the last 6 meetings between these two teams. As you mentioned earlier, they've also won 9 of the last 10. So this would be huge for this Mountain Lion program, which is looking to get back to the top of the RMAC heap.
That last win coming in February of 2020 is a home game that Mountain Lions won by just 1 point. As we have another barn burner here tonight. Mountain Lions up 4 with 20 to go.
So Black Hills will take it out in front of their own bench. Hammerbeck to toss it in. 20.8 seconds to go. Weatherby straight away three off the rim. Rebound to Robinson, who's fouled in the corner. And the foul's on Hammerbeck, her fourth also. So the Yellowjackets, Hanneborg, Moore, and Hammerbeck all with 4 fouls.
Weathersby not a three-point shooter in her own right. 0 of 6 on the year. I'm surprised that was the play call there.
But they definitely drew it up for her. I mean, that was how it played out as Robinson hits another free throw. One more for Bree, and she has been clutch. 4 of 4 down the stretch from the charity stripe.
Back iron, nothing better on a free throw.
Oh, big screen from Moore, and then he drops in 2 more. 7.7 to go. Mount Lions, they're going to get a foul, I believe, on Hanneborg. They are, as she was bodying up Riley Ottman, and that will be 5 fouls on Gracie Hanneborg.
Riley Ottman, 2 of 3 tonight from the stripes as all the Mount Lions remain behind midcourt. 7.7 remaining on the clock.
The officials need to sub out Hanneborg. They have no clue that that's her 5th foul. And they'll make the substitution now as Carissa Smith checks in. And Ottman hits another free throw.
Hanneborg finishes the night 10 points, 3 of 8 from the field, and 4 of 4 from the charity stripe.
And the Mount Lions, who didn't shoot free throws very well through the first 3.5 quarters of the game, have been absolutely ice in the veins here to end it as they go 6 of 6 down the stretch and hold on for a big victory over Black Hills State. 63-57 to move to 2-0 in RMAC play after the first weekend. Brian, thoughts on this game for the Mountain Lions?
It's all about resiliency. This team battled. They were up big in the first couple of quarters of play, up 16 at the biggest point, and they were down late in the fourth quarter. Battled back, made free throws when they counted. You can see some of the stats here. 44.9% from the field. Couldn't quite get the threes to fall in the second half, but an incredible, incredible win. And you could see the reaction at the end of the game as they pull out their second win in RMAC play.
So a sweep this weekend of the South Dakota schools for UCCS as they improve to 5-3 overall. The ladies do have an exhibition on Tuesday. They will be at the Air Force Academy Tuesday evening before hitting the road for the first road trip of the RMAC season. Next weekend, they take on Colorado Mesa and Westminster. Their next home games aren't until after the new year. So 20 points and 11 rebounds from Mason White helps lead UCCS to a big win over visiting Black Hills State. That's going to do it for the women's game. We've got about 20 minutes, and then the men's game will tip off. You're not going to want to miss it. Don't go too far. We'll be back with more Mountain Lion basketball when that game is ready to go. See you then.